Well, guys, I have been complaining and been doing this fight about non-domicile drivers driving in our country, not speaking English. And so what am I going to do? I'm going to go to another country where I don't understand their language, and I'm going to drive. So guys, before I get started on this video, if I could just take a moment and you can watch here, I'm going to read an email that I got about a fellow brother trucker, fallen driver, and this came from my friend Kurt. I consider him a friend. He comments a lot. He's really active on my social media. I know he watches the videos, and he sent me this email. He said, "Good evening. I hate to bother you, but I greatly appreciate it if possible you could give my old friend a shout out on a video. Richard had spent his entire life trucking. Me and him always ran together until I had an accident that took me out of the truck. Trailer tire blew up in my face. A few weeks later, I lost my brother who ran with us to a heart attack. Really sorry to hear about your brother, too, that had happened." He said, "Without hesitation, Rich quit his job and got into my truck so I wouldn't lose everything, and stayed until I was back on my feet again. He had just gotten out of OTR and took a job moving heavy equipment locally so he could be home to take care of his mom. I'm asking because I know he would think it was really cool, because I know he liked your videos, but most of all, he loved trucking and everything about it. His name is Richard Kurth. I think I got it right. Richard, Kuerth, and he lived in Frankfort, Michigan." Thank you. And you got it, Kurt. Rest in peace, driver. Rest in peace. You definitely sound like one of the good guys, and if you meant that much to Kurt, then I have no doubt that you were. And I guess the trucking world lost another good one. So thanks for watching that. I will move on to the story now. Well, guys, when this video is released, I will have just taken off from the Newark airport. Yeah, I know it's Newark, but heading for Rome, Italy. And why am I doing this? To show you guys the roads over there and how hard road signs are to read in countries that you don't know them. No, I'm just kidding. This is a trip that's been planned for a while, but while I'm over there, I actually did get an international license. A whole bunch of my in-laws are going. It's actually my in-laws, my wife's mother and father. It's their 50th anniversary. We're going to Tuscany, a little town called Pienza, and they rented a villa. It's awesome. So, but while I'm there, he rented a van, and he has a lot of experience driving in Italy. He's from New Jersey, but he gets the international license, and they go to Italy at least once a year. So he has experience driving there. I'm his backup driver, the other driver that's there. He said it's because I'm a truck driver and it's a manual and he trusts me. I think it's because I don't drink wine, and they do. I think that's the reason. But anyway, guys, seriously, I thought while I was there, because I do have the international license for the rent-a-car, but my CDL is no good there, and I wouldn't drive there anyway. But I do want to kind of break down. I was on a trip recently, last year we were on a cruise, and I went to the Ferrari Museum from the port. It was about, I forget how long the trip was, a couple hours. The Ferrari Museum, and I was really intrigued by the trucks, the way they moved, the signs for trucks, everything else, why trucks were doing certain things that they were, and I didn't have a clue, because I'm not from Italy. And, there's been so much complaining here that I thought, why not make a video while I'm over there about the complexities of being in a different country? And I don't think any country is unique. Some may be worse. I think maybe some of the Asian countries, some of the, just countries where they actually write with totally different, the writing and everything is totally different. But I think it would be a problem anywhere. So when I make a video there, maybe some of you guys know a little bit about taxes. Let me know. Does that mean that I can write everything off? Man, that sounds like a tax deduction. Probably not. But this is a vacation. But I just wanted to use this opportunity, since I will be there, to, show what's going to be hard about it. So in the next video, when I get back, I probably won't do any editing or anything over there. But when I get back, I should have a video pretty cold, just to show some of the problems that I might have driving a truck there. Not to mention the fact that their trucks are totally different over there. I mean, I know I could drive one. You know what I mean? I know I could drive one, but they're totally different. Everything's different. I've actually been studying up on Italian road signs just because I might end up driving the van and I want to make sure of the different road signs I know. And there are a lot of road signs that I have no clue what they meant. And now I do, even picture signs, because they use different pictures, different, you know, everything's just a lot different. Some of them are obvious, you know, no right turn, no left turn, no this, but they have this weird who has right of way thing, and those signs are totally different than the way they are here in the States. But I'm not going to get into all that, but the next video, and it'll be a pretty cool video about our stay in Pienza. Here, I'll show you a little clip of this awesome villa that we're going to be staying at, and it's going to be a pretty relaxing vacation. We have a couple tours. There's a wine tasting. There's like a olive oil tasting. You know, a pasta making thing. And yeah, but I assure you, speaking of pasta, that is the end of my fluency in Italian. I know Italian food pretty well. Stromboli, pizza. I don't know. People say pizza isn't even Italian, but that's the end of it. I don't know any Italian. But I am really looking forward to this trip. It's going to be really relaxing. My in-laws are going to renew their vows. Some of my wife's aunts and uncles are going to be there. Some friends of their family. It's going to be a blast. Some of them I know, some of them I don't, but always a great time to hang out with those people. So I'll probably show you some pictures around there and, you know, brag about how awesome my trip was. Yeah, but at the same time, this video is going to be, because my channel is about trucking, it's going to be about, you know, how, you know, why it is a problem not being able to speak the language in the country that you're driving a truck in. Which, when I get back, that law will just be about ready to be enforced. I'll be back on the 13th, and the new rules that the FMCSA put out will be in effect on the 25th. So I'm really interested to see what happens with that. I mentioned a lot of times on this channel that I'm good friends with the DOT officer. He's a local municipal DOT officer, but he is that municipality's main motor vehicle guy. And I wanted to see if Pennsylvania, you know, our super, only last election it was a red state, but you know, our state tends to not want to give information, especially not if the Trump administration put it out. But he does know about it. They have let him know about it, and I was pretty happy to hear that, you know, that they are spreading the word. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Like, subscribe, comment. I read all the comments. And if you don't want to comment on there, you can email me at finchresources@gmail.com, just like Kurt did, that I talked about earlier. And you can also find me on Facebook, Instagram, Substack, and TikTok under the Trucking Resources name. Thanks a lot, guys, and I'll catch you on the next one.